guys, Ty Joseph with ADO Soaps. Paul's on camera today.
Yep.
Welcome back, guys, for our Saturday afternoon stream. I apologize for the late start. Had a lot of stuff going on. But on the flip side, we're going to do two things today. I decided I'm going to do a very easy soap. This is basically to show people that to make handmade soap, it doesn't need to be extravagant or difficult, and you can really make it with, well, aside from the lye, with things that you have in your kitchen usually. So we're going to be doing a 100% coconut oil soap today. I am going to use the fragrant sage Satsuma, and I'm going to add some coconut milk to it as well. But it's going to be a very basic soap.
And Sherry and Pam are watching, as well as Charlene Collins.
Hey, Charlene. Sorry, guys, for the late start, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And then, after I do the soap, I'm going to show you guys just real quick how I put together my foaming bath powders.
Hi, Sherry.
And the foaming bath powders are basically like the bath bombs, except you'll see that I won't use the liquid ingredients like the polysorbate 80 and the alcohol, because I'm not going to mold them into balls. I'm just going to put them into a little packet.
And Jessica made it.
Hey, Jessica.
And that's why we were late. We were waiting
for Jessica. That's it. Jessica, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be fairly quick. And I got some neat new botanicals in from Pam. These are, what, dried pea flowers, Pam? I think.
No kidding.
Yeah, and actually, they smell really nice.
I see that.
They do. They smell nice.
They don't smell like peas, though.
Well, no, I don't know. Are they from the actual pea? Do you know, Pam? Either way, they're really cute. So I'm gonna use those atop the soap.
They don't smell like pea.
That's good, right?
I don't think so, actually.
You would? I would too. Okay, so here I've already measured in my oil, and in this case it is 100% coconut oil. That's it. Nothing else. The thing about coconut oil as a soap is that it has amazing stripping properties. It has a high cleansing number, and so it will remove oil and dirt, but that includes your natural skin oils too. So to offset that, I have super fatted this to 20%. So that is, there is 20% more oil here than I will have lye to convert it into soap. So there'll still be some free floating coconut oil in the soap, about 20%. And as far as that remaining oil going rancid, coconut oil has a really, really long shelf life, so we're not worried about that either. Okay.
So how long would it actually take to go rancid?
For coconut oil soap, I don't know that it ever really does. I mean, you're talking about years, and hopefully no one will keep a nice handmade soap on the shelf that long.
Okay, and Marlena has decided to wait to make her own soap until she's seen you make yours.
Oh, okay. Great, Marlena, welcome.
My sister's name is Marlena.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so I've already measured in the coconut powder, and I reconstitute it with my cool lye solution at 1 ounce per 8 ounces of lye solution. So this is 1 ounce of coconut powder. And based on my calculations, it's not quite 8 ounces of lye. It's 7.5, but close enough. Okay. Yep. Ta-da! And I was naughty. I'm sorry. I had them there and I was touching them and playing with them, but I never actually put them on. So before I stick them on my eyes, I want to make sure I didn't get anything on them.
Just remember, you only got 2 eyes and you don't get a third.
No, my third eye's like right here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, no, I'm not. Before I do that, I'm sorry. I did say that I wanted to use a fragrance. Okay, so. Alright.
And I think Heather's asking where you get your pictures.
This picture is a Sterilite container, and I got that from the Dollar General.
As opposed to the Dollar Colonel?
But Walmart also carries the Rubbermaids, and I think those are also number 5s, which are safe.
Oh, she meant the long spout pictures.
Oh, the Norpro. These I got from Amazon.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Is there? What do you call those if you were looking for them on Amazon?
What did I? Well, the brand. Look for Norpro measuring cups, plastic measuring cups. I think that's what should come up. Okay, so that was the fragrance.
And Insen, I believe that's how you pronounce that, says she just joined. What are you making?
Hey, Insen, we're making a 100% coconut soap with coconut milk. And then I'm going to transition from that to showing you guys how I make my foaming bath powders. And this is the lye in the powder.
And Pam is saying that what you're describing a funnel spout.
Thank you, Pam. Yes.
So funnel spouts are very fun, right? All right. Yeah.
Just want to make sure that's mixed up well. One thing you should know about coconut, all coconut milk soaps, or no, sorry, all coconut oil soaps, is that they have a tendency to move pretty fast. Okay, so I'm going to get that in there. It's all clumpy. Stay. Oh, this is my small one. There we go. Coconut milk powder does not behave well. It doesn't actually mix like goat milk. It always comes off looking a little clumpy.
Beth says hello.
Hey, Beth. I just wanted to get that well mixed. Okay. And this is a small mold. Ha! And I measured it right this time. Yay! I don't want to use that. Let me grab this one. And just that quickly, you can have handmade soap. You don't have to scent it. And it gets really, really hard. I mean, it's a rock solid bar. In fact, I'm probably going to wind up having to cut this very, very soon while it's still warm. So if you make a coconut milk soap, make sure that you are wearing gloves and being careful, because it's likely to still be pretty warm. Okay, and pardon me for 1 second. I gotta do 2,000. I think there's like 5 seconds. Okay, that's actually more liquid than I thought it was going to be. Let me clean up this lye, because I'm going to transition over to a bath powder, so I want to make sure I'm all done.
Oh, looks like you've organized things rather well here.
I try to. So while I'm doing this, Paul can show you the setup that we have for the foamy bath powders. That biggest bowl, that contains the baking soda, and the one next to it is citric acid. And then in the front row, we've got the SLSA and Epsom salt. And then in a tiny container, we have goat milk powder. So all those I will be using.
You'll be using all those.
I'll be using all of those.
All those you'll be using.
Oh.
Using them you will.
Okay. That is still really liquid. Okay, well I'm going to put that aside for a second then. Because I did want to put these on top. And I also want to use some mica. Because I love my gold mica. Okay. Alrighty. I keep wandering around the kitchen like you guys can follow me. I sometimes forget that. Okay. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. But let's go ahead and just whip these up really quickly. So like I said, this is the baking soda. And we've got the Epsom, no sorry, citric acid. This is the Epsom.
So does it matter which order you mix them in?
Nah. Bath powders, bath bombs, they're fun that way. This stuff I can't stand really. It's the SLSA. And I pour it kind of close because it gets really powdery and really airborne. And I don't want to breathe that in. And then I try to cover it pretty quickly. Okay. Okay. See, just that easily. And then I just go through and try to blend it really well. Get out the lumps and the clumps.
Barbara asked what was the item you poured slowly.
Barbara, that was the SLSA. It's a surfactant and adds the foam to the powder. That's sodium lauryl sulfacetate. Is that right, Pam?
Sounds better as sodium though.
It's much milder than the known irritant SLS. So that was SLSA.
I was dealing with SLS yesterday in terms of graphics cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is a term.
Oh.
I had to disable that in order to get the system to work. Otherwise, my computer could not have more than 2 screens. That's starting to firm up.
Yep. Let me see. Yep. How firm?
And you see, you knew this ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
You predicted all this.
What do you mean?
You knew exactly how that was going to behave.
Well, I knew it would start to move into it. Just a little bit longer. I'll come back here and I'll keep.
See, this is the hallmark of a professional. You're able to do more than one thing at once because you can fit one waiting period into one active period.
Yeah, it's kind of like making butters and lotions. There's a lot of wait time.
It's kind of like how I have my breakfast in the morning.
Oh?
Yeah, so I can heat the tea while I'm doing something else, and then put my briefcase together, and suddenly I'm off to work. I've actually been on time this semester most of the time.
I'm a big fan of goat milk. It's readily absorbed into your skin, so it's very beneficial. I just put a little bit in there. This is a large batch, by the way. I mean, it'll make probably about 5 or 6. Maybe 8.
8 tea bags?
8 bags. Those right there.
Hmm.
And I'll show you that in a minute. I'll actually make up one.
There you go. I always find this amazing when you do that. See, it seems, she makes it look easy, but I tried to do that once.
You did a great job.
No, I didn't. You had to save the day.
No, I didn't.
I got the mixture right, but basically that's because you measured everything out for me.
Well, for a first time, I thought you did a great job.
Well, for a first time, I suppose that's true.
Oh, yeah. And there goes my little...
As a teacher, I've seen a lot of first efforts that are hard not to laugh at.
Well, there wasn't anything laughable about your attempt. It was good.
Well, as long as it's soap, right?
Yep. And like I said, this is already... I can't feel it through the mold yet. Let's see how these work out. I'm trying to figure out, should I stick them in or just lay them on top? I think I'm just gonna...
Well, that's interesting. It's going to kind of be like 1 per bar, that sort of thing.
Something like that, hopefully. I'm just gonna lay them across and see what I get. Just want to try something new. Tiny one in the corner. Sure, why not? And this one I will turn that way. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
I wonder if I should I try to put any more?
You know, honestly, I think you got it.
Think so?
Yeah. But what does it matter what I think, right?
No, you're probably right. I know. I'm just kind of nitpicking. There we go.
Just one more creates the delicate balance.
Well, I'm just trying to... But I do want to keep them all going the same way. I don't know if I can fit... So if you're just coming in, guys, this is just a coconut soap, 100% coconut, super fatted at 20%, and I added coconut milk in the form of a powder. But reconstituting it, it would be the same as if you used a coconut milk replacement for your water. And I topped it with some sweet pea flowers. And I used sage Satsuma fragrance oil from Camden Grey, which, by the way, has a greenish citrus type smell to it. It smells really clean, which I thought was a good fit for the coconut milk. And then we topped it with a little bit of gold mica. And for some reason, I'm just not sure why I keep doing that. Okay, I think that's good. You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to step away from the mold. So, there you have it. That is a 100% coconut milk soap. So, very easy, very quick. So, I just did this one so that people don't get intimidated by the whole idea of handmade soap. Because you really can. You can make 100% coconut milk soap. You can make 100% olive oil soap. You can do 80 olive, 20 coconut. there's a lot of things you can play with in your own kitchen, including a lard soap. So it doesn't have to be full of exotic ingredients and things like that.
And Serena is impressed. She says it looks perfect.
Thank you. I'm going to set it over there. And notice I'm not going to put that in the oven. And again, that's because the coconut oil soaps tend to set up really hard and really fast and they get hot. If you're going to have a volcano, it's probably going to be with 100% coconut oil soap that you've insulated. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. Okay, so back over here. My powders are just waiting. And that's pretty much. These are really simple and easy to make, but they give you such a wonderful bath experience. You can add color. If you're going to add color, you're going to have to use like polysorbate 80. That will prevent getting the dye all over your tub. It'll help integrate the liquid. I'm sorry, the colorant. But for the most part, I don't color mine. Sometimes I do. Mostly I don't. Okay, so once it's all mixed up, and I use goat milk, but you can use kaolin clay. I've seen recipes that use cream of tartar. You could use coconut milk. You don't have to have it at all. Again, it's a little bit more forgiving because I'm not doing a bomb, so I don't have to have it mold. Okay. So that's my dry powder. Reach across your Excuse me.
Now on radio, they have a cough button.
They have a cough button?
Yeah, so it mutes out the cough.
Really? I did not know that.
We don't have one on our radio station.
Why not? What if someone
I don't know. I have to figure out how to do that.
Hmm.
I just fixed the hot microphone problem, but that's the other thing.
Ah. These are very cute bags. I need my scale. And I'm going to borrow one of my bowls here. Let's do that one. Okay.
Carol is talking about putting soap in the freezer. When would you do that?
You can put soap in the freezer if you see that your soap is starting to heat up too much and it gets too hot. Sometimes you'll notice it because it starts to bulge, or you may get cracks forming. Ah, here we go. Cracks.
Cracks?
Cracks.
Oh, it's an earthquake.
It's a hot soap. But
No.
it's not volcano. It just cracked a little bit.
Now, when it cracks, what happens?
Nothing really. I mean, it depends on how severe it is, but you can see the crack going along the lines right there. How hot is that?
Will that seal eventually?
It might. You know, the funny thing is, I'm not even sure why that's actually cracking, because it's not that hot.
Interesting. Because I've never actually seen a finished soap with a crack in it, so...
Which means, well, it must be getting really hot in the center.
Okay. Well, that would explain it, because it's going to expand in the center and push outward, so... I would assume, therefore, that when the whole thing cools, it would go back to its original position.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, or at least it becomes less noticeable. This one it just isn't feeling that hot to me on the outside, so I don't want to put it into the refrigerator. Only because if I do, then it will slow that reaction, and then what's going to happen is the outer part of my soap is not going to gel, and I wind up with those really pretty gel rings in the middle of my soap. So I'm just going to let it ride. But yes, you could put your soap in the refrigerator. And if you don't like to gel and you're using a water discount, that usually slows it down unless you're using like olive oil, something that's going to move fast. But other than that, it's a great time to put your soap in a refrigerator if you don't like to gel your soap. Okay, so this is my milk powder.
And Alicia says, nice.
Hey, Alicia. Keep keep looking at that soap. You can see it start to... Okay, I feel it. Yeah, oh, that's hot. Okay. You can probably, I mean, if you wanted to, you can touch it.
I put fingerprints on it. People will know I did that.
Ooh. Yeah, I can feel it through my glove. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually put this in the refrigerator. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, soap.
Now, the refrigerator, not the freezer.
I'm not going to put it in the freezer. I just want it to cool off so it doesn't continue to... Oh, is there a sneeze button?
Yeah, there should be.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, so here is measured out about 3 ounces of powder. And for that, you really don't need... I use like the cap instead of a dropper. And that was chamomile Sibylla from Brambleberry. And I just mixed that up. I love that for you.
Alicia says bless you. Thank you. Everyone says bless you. Pam does too.
Gesundheit to your health. Okay, it doesn't look any different, but it smells amazing.
Well, those oils, they go a long way, don't they?
Yes, they do.
See, the scary thing is I'm starting to understand this stuff. I'm not supposed to be able to know what this stuff's all about.
Well, I picked up video.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
And I'm not adding tons of botanicals in there. Just want to make it look a little interesting. I'm trying to actually get most of the, like the pieces that broke off. I don't know if you can see the little flecks, but it makes it look interesting. And it smells good too. This will make a great companion to the my chamomile and calendula Castile soap. Okay, and we're back to this step again.
Now, this isn't like the bath teas you make.
No, this is a foaming bath powder. I do also make a salt soak. I make those as well. I thought I opened up the bottom of that. I guess I did not. There we go. Because then once you open it up, you can put a lot more in there.
So where would you get those containers?
These, the bags, I got from Amazon, but I'm still on the lookout for a more affordable option.
Now, what do they call those things?
Oh, I don't know. They are craft stand-up bag pouches.
Wow. What else would you call them? I remember years ago when I worked at a restaurant, they were replacing the heating element in a steamer. And so the mechanic says, you know what they call this? They call this a heating element replacement wrench. What else would you call it? A banana?
And that should be the last of it.
Isn't it amazing? I remember that after, what, 40 years?
Well, some things stick in our heads. Okay. So, that is basically what my foaming bath powders look like. And then I can seal it And then, I don't know, you can't really tell, but you can use a heat sealer or a dedicated flat iron, and you can actually seal those. So they just tear the notch when they get the product. And I have a little label on it, and it smells really good. They're really pretty. They're not like bubble bath, so that should be understood. Let me see. Probably didn't need to use all that much, but I'm going to show you guys real quick. Let me step past you.
So there is the finished product, and you can imagine buying a couple of cases of those.
Yeah, they're really neat. So, you see how it starts to foam?
Yep, it foams at the mouth.
Yep. And that's what it's going to do in your tub. So, unlike a bath bomb, I suggest adding these to your bath as the water's running.
And Beth asked, what FO did you use?
I used, for this one, I used the chamomile Sibylla from Brambleberry. And it smells really, really good. It's nice and fresh.
And Cherry asked, why did you spoon it in instead of just dumping it or pouring it?
Oh, because the opening on the bag isn't really that big enough to get the lip of the thing in, and I just usually make a mess. So I just usually spoon them in, or if I have a whole bunch to do, I'll actually use my funnel and just open up the bags, stack them in a line, and pour through the funnel.
Wow, it's alive.
It's still foaming.
Yeah, and if you were small enough, you could take a bath in that.
Yep. So that is the foaming bath powder, and it is still foaming. So as a recap, today we did a coconut oil soap. Scented with sage Satsuma, and we added some coconut milk to it in the form of a powder. Topped it with some pea flowers, and it's in the refrigerator cooling off, I hope. It got a little hot, but I still think it's okay. And then we also, hey, it works. And then we also made foaming bath powders, and the one that I demoed is a chamomile Sibylla from Brambleberry, and you can get these in the shop, the Easiest Pie shop. The link to the shop is in the title of the stream. But as always, guys, you like it, you'll be entered into winner drawing, and we did 2 things today, so I'll be giving away a foaming bath powder and one of the bars from the coconut soap. All you have to do is like the stream. I always love it when you guys share. But just like the stream, and you can enter it, or you can go and you can buy some. So that's it for today. We were running a little bit behind, but we got it all done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I always enjoy spending time with you guys, and we will see you on Wednesday. I never know what day of the week it is. Wednesday. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.